What's up, people? October is gonna be a crazy month with a lot of awesome games coming out. I know it's still September 30th, but today Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishment, as well as Shadow of Mordor, which I'll be playing later today, are released, so it's already a good start to an amazing month. So yeah, let's kick things off with Sherlock Holmes. I would have never guessed that. Sherlock Holmes starring Sherlock Holmes. Is he crazy? What is he doing? What do we do? I saw a note. Oh, take cover on the sofa. Alright. He's blindfolded and shooting. Take cover at the table. We'll creep up on him slowly. Hello, bear.
You are utterly mad.
Take cover behind him. He'll never shoot behind him, right?
Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
I don't need help. Alright, so we're playing as Sherlock Holmes, this badass dude. Press tab to open the casebook and check your current progress in investigation, task, evidence, etc. The fate of Black Peter. You gotta investigate the murder of Peter Carey, inspect the crime scene at Woodman's Lee, select the suit to wear using your personal wardrobe, and join Lestrade at Woodman's Lee. This is probably the most important part, isn't it? Select a suit to wear. Inspector Lestrade pays a visit to Baker Street, where he relates to Holmes about the grotesque affair that involved the former captain known as Black Peter. So this is how we travel?
I cannot leave yet. I am not finished here.
Alright, so this is task, this is traveling, I think? Inventory, something like that? No, evidence. Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, born in 1845 and so 50 years old. He achieved great success in whale hunting in Scandinavia, retired in 1884, eventually moving to Woodman's Lee. Okay, these are documents, dialogues. I have some experience with this. I played L.A. Noire. Alright, the first thing to do is select a suit to wear from your personal wardrobe. Why don't we go and do that, shall we?
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
Hey, 60% accuracy. That's not too bad. That's not a wardrobe. We could... Wait, we can take this door. That's the door that leads us out of here. Where's the wardrobe then? Character portraits. It's gotta be a different door. Or maybe he will tell us. Watson?
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
But I need to wear a suit. I can't go in my, you know, my pimp wardrobe. Perhaps this door? Door to Holmes' room. There we go. Ooh, makeup table. Yes. What the hell? Oh my god. You can select his hairstyles. Holy crap. We're not going for the balding 80-year-old man look. This is more like a mobster look. All combed backwards. I mean, sure it's British, but I don't want to go with the standard top hat, you know? That's kinda... Okay, that's a weird hat as well. Not a big fan of that. That's more like a Charlie Chaplin hat. Another old man fisherman hat or something. That's a police officer. Nah. We could stick with the normal one. Glasses. I want a monocle. Can we get a monocle? Damn it. I don't want to go with these glasses. Facial hair. A mustachio. Oh my god. These stashes. That's a beard. Well, almost. This is like a patched beard. You can still see like empty spots between the hair. That's probably how I would grow a beard if I could ever grow one, because my hair just does not grow, you know, perfectly. There's always like spots in the middle that are just completely hairless. I don't know. I can't roll a beard, at least. Not that I want to anyway, but I couldn't even if I wanted to. That's basically just combinations of previous ones. Nah, we'll just stick with the regular. I mean, we could... The only thing that I actually like... No, wait. I like these... this one. Where... Especially because he's an investigator, right? He's a detective. So he can twirl his mustache. This is the long mustache that some of the weird people have. Where you can twirl the mustache when he's like thinking. Okay, we're gonna do that one. This is gonna make him look like an idiot. And these glasses are actually somewhat normal. They look like mine, kind of. My frame is thicker though, but we can go with the afro too. It's not really a big afro, but it has that kind of curly hair-ish. Nah. We'll stick with this one. Just give him the mustache. Alright, to wardrobe. Let us put down our... That's the morning gown. Sailor outfit? Nope. Unbuttoned shirt? Nope. Casual suit? Perhaps. Black suit? Looks alright. Brown suit? That's a bit better. Green suit? It's okay. Gray suit? We have a lot of options. Light suit? Bandit outfit? Farmer outfit in case we want to go down to the farm. Alright. There's a lot of choices. Actually, which one was this? Gray outfit. I like that one. That's fine. To the makeup table. No. We already went there. Alright, exit. Some makeup options or the costume we have currently equipped are not available at the moment. Will be set to... What? Please solve this crime case to unlock more... We have to unlock it first? No, I want the mustache. The mustachio. Damn it. Okay, so we gotta unlock a certain case first before we can unlock the mustachio. I really want it. I just want it to twirl. Let us here.
This is where I keep my post.
Alright. I actually like the
My
British...
archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
The British accent. I don't know why. It just makes everything feel more... I don't even know how to explain it, but I just like it.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Alright, I'm coming, Lestrade. T? Concentrate your attention on finding details that others are inclined to overlook. Footprints.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
So a large person, eh? We have footprints. Ho ho. There are unidentified footprints left on a recent patch of wet earth, Mother Earth, in a woodman's lee. They may have been left by the murderer. Perhaps I could find a pair of boots that could match them. Right. What else is there that we can find? It's only that. Evidence required.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Mr. Holmes?
Hello, officer. Can I actually go inside of there? No, we'll just head over to the other guy.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
So the man was a gardener, eh? Wait, are we even going the right direction? This is the guy, right?
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Anything unusual that night? Where, when was the body found? Is there a gardener? Oh, this is questions that we can ask her. What's this? What the hell is that? Backwards. Birdhouse. Gardening gloves. Crested tit? What? This is like examining her. She has a Catholic rosary. What else does she have? Cameo. Character portrait complete. Ah, alright. So we have a character portrait. What is this? This is back? I don't know. Everything will become easier. Let's assure her first. She's probably very upset.
Suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes. Life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
I'm a detective. I know everything. Q, what? How do you know about Plymouth? Choose the evidence. I think I don't even what. Why is she asking me that? The garden and the fields are well kept. A capable gardener works here. Judith Carey is a woman with an uneasy life due to her unhappy marriage with Peter. She's a very religious Christian Catholic woman who undertook a St. James Way pilgrimage when she was young. Wait. Did she? Judith is from the country, somewhere near the ancient pine woods of Inverness and Strathspey in Scotland. Scottish. I don't know, that was really bad. Too bad they're not independent, right? Where the crested tit bird, oh, it's a bird, can be found. She's religious and undertook, Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela, when she was a young woman. Alright. We'll go with the pilgrimage then.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth.
Bam!
I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Alright, let's get down to business.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Alright, evening before the
Can
murder.
you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Yeah, that's quite the lovely marriage you have. When was the body found?
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock. I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Wow, he doesn't even allow you in his cabin?
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Is there a gardener?
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
My, quite the
Thank
little
you,
gardener, eh? Okay, so we talked with her. Do we have any new evidence? I don't think so. Dialogues, nah. That's when we talked with her, and that's... Stop Holmes, is that you? Oh, that's the very beginning, okay. Dialogues is just a recap of what happened earlier, I suppose. Where's that man, actually? We talk with her. Sub-police officer.
Mr. Holmes?
Yes, I want everyone to greet me. Which is his cabin, by the way. Is that little shack over there or here? Oh, he's waiting for me down there, I think. I see someone down there. A new person. Run, Mr. Holmes.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Alright, excellent. Let's open the door.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
But you locked the door.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Someone tried to force it. Door lock. Let's examine it. Scratches.
These scratches are fresh.
cat.
You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Now, a mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Okay, but can we still open it though? There we go. Is the body missing? Oh wow.
What a terrible way to die.
Yeah, he's still hung there. Alright, let us examine everything else first. Sperm whale tooth.
Of a sperm whale. Probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Shelf. Suspicious empty outline in the dust.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
Imagination talent helps you with something. Alright, so we're missing a chest. The outline in the dust. Yep, perhaps. What else is there to examine? A map. I don't think there's anything in here. That's just of Scandinavian. He was like a fisherman.
Hammerfest.
Okay. We'll re-examine that. Ship's log.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain. Harpoons for hunting whales.
One is missing, obviously.
Harpoons for hunting whales.
This is a wooden chest. Filled with liquor and booze, of course. Navigation tools.
Instruments, nothing interesting.
Boots.
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8.
Size 8. Find a use. Oh, that's dialogue, so that's something we could probably ask the woman. And for the boots, we need to find a use. Examine the footprints. Do they match? Drag down. They do not.
These boots don't match the footprints.
Okay, that's good to know. It wasn't him then. It wasn't him that laid behind the footprints. Then we're gonna ask his little old lady. Peter's private papers.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Ah, let me guess, the one that was taken. Alright, thank you, Mrs. Carey. Mariah. I love the way he runs. What else is there? Table. I want to keep the best for last, you know? Tobacco pouch. Wacky tobacco.
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Open it. Tobacco.
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
What? Rotate and move? Rotate and move the elements to form a clear picture of aromatic association. Smoking pipe. What the hell is this? Tobacco leaf? I don't even know what the hell this is. Like, what the hell is the pipe doing here and the tobacco leaf? Do we have to rotate this in a way so that it looks... I have no clue. What the... We can't even move these pictures. We can only move the tobacco as well as tobacco leaf as well as the pipe. Not what's behind it. What's this actually? No, we cannot move that. I mean, I can kind of see that it's a boat. This is really weird. I can see that there's like some sort of pattern on the tobacco leaf as well as on the pipe, but you can only move it in a certain direction, and it seems like... Oh, you have to complete the picture.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
That was really weird. But you just have to twist and rotate and move the items to make it...
Someone drank from
fit.
this glass recently.
They're very dirty.
Rum, a sailor's drink. It seemed that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
But of course he was. He's a sailor. Sailors always drink. What else is there?
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Alright. Time to examine the body. We have a knife. Rotate the object in any direction to examine it thoroughly to uncover
wooden
new
handle
details.
is plain and solid. This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
Notebook. Rotate the object in any direction to...
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
It's covered in blood.
JH.
Okay. Is there anything else to examine? Not much. Then we're going to examine the corpse. Holy crap.
Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
A whaling harpoon.
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Wait, what?
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Oh. So probably someone that he was meeting then. Cause it seemed weird, like, he's fully dressed, so he was not caught by surprise. Like, if normally, so that he would imply that normally this guy would not be fully dressed.
Peter Carey was
Cause he was
fully
expecting
dressed.
someone, but I don't know. Alright, we can examine him. We already did that, right?
The
Pierce
weapon
chest.
fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. This
His
man
face.
is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
Look at that majestic beard. Alright, he was fully clothed. Pool of blood. Is that all? I think so. Nothing on this arm. Oh wait. Examine pool of blood. We already did this, right?
JHN.
Do we have to rotate this more? Like from which angle do you want to see this? Wait. seems like there are like pages missing, or why is this part thinner? Doesn't seem like pages are missing from the top. It just seems like this, the fold on the front is just covered or stretched out. That's why it's more outwards than the other. Otherwise, it would just fit on top of each other perfectly. Okay, well, I don't know what else to do here. Examine the corpse. Dead Peter Carey. Rip in pieces. I don't think there's anything else we can... It keeps telling us that because when you have examined something already to the full extent, that's when it turns green, but the pool of blood remains... Maybe it's the knife. Peter Carey was born in 1845, was 50 years of age. He was a daring and successful seal and whale hunter. He commanded the Whale Sea Unicorn of Dundee for many successful expeditions. In 1844, he retired and traveled for some years. For the remaining 6 years of his life, he lived at Woodmansley. Where's the knife? Sharp knife was found on the floor. Oh, we have to ask the woman about the tobacco pouch. Let us quickly go and do that. What was that? Oh, the map. Or maybe only... It turns only green if it's relevant. It's strange how a pool of blood could not be relevant though, but... That's what it seems like, because the map was irrelevant. The garden was relevant, so I guess that's how it works. Right. I'm sorry, Miss Mariah Carey. I have another question for you. Was Peter a smoker?
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be. But he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Thank you, madam.
Okay. Completed that one. Investigate. We're not done with the investigation, are we? I don't think so.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
Wait, blood?
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Abbreviation? What are these numbers?
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
B? Find a pair of related clues and they will form a deduction. Red colors signifies something. Missing tin box. No gardener. Let's go over every single one of them first. No gardener. Judith Carey says that her husband took care of the garden himself. That does not sound feasible. She might be hiding something. Peter Carey is a non-smoker, had given up smoking a long time ago, but he still might have kept the pouch. Although his wife had not seen it before, she was forbidden to set foot in the cabin, which is really weird. Break-in attempts, several unsuccessful, there we go. Attempts were made to break in. According to the scratches around the lock, notebook, a leather notebook with the initials JHN, it is stained with blood, which indicates that it was dropped into the pool of blood after the murder and pinned to the wall. Peter Carey's body was impaled to the wall with a harpoon through the chest like a butterfly. Missing tin box. There had been a tin box in the cabin, not much larger than a book. Peter Carey had forbidden anyone from touching it. So the missing tin box has something to do with the break-in attempts or not? No? The break-in attempts might have something to do with the notebook. Draw a clear picture of the crime by forming your deductions from a combination of clues. Task: make an ambush. An ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in attempt will be repeated.
car. Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
So we have to organize an ambush? Ah, I see. So we gotta make sure, we gotta see if the culprit tries to come back to the scene of the crime, because he was here for some reason but was unsuccessful in taking whatever he wanted to take out of here. So he might want to come back and try again tonight to take it. Maybe he thinks like, maybe the door is unlocked this time. So that's why we have to set up an ambush. But yeah, this is gonna be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more, and don't let dead Peter Carey's dead be in vain. Peace.